Okay. Happy, what is it, Thursday morning to everybody. September the 2nd. And I'm single bagging it today. I still have the Thunder exhaust on here. And this will be my third commute day with the bike, I guess, with the Thunder exhaust on. I think after this, I'm probably going to pull it off and revert back to the shorty. Because I want to do dual bags on the back of this thing. Don't really need it for my little work commutes, you know, short jaunts, because I can fit everything in one bag, but it just looks kind of funny to me. So, several viewers have replied, or a couple of viewers actually have replied, saying that they don't have any clearance problems with the smaller bag, and one gentleman had modified the back of his bags, this mounting plate right here. He'd pulled the bag apart and raised the bag up about 1.5 inches or 2 inches, he said, and that wouldn't be any clearance problem, so that would work. I don't really want to raise the bags up though, because if I put that tunnel bag on the back, the little side pods of that Saddleman are already sitting low and resting right on here, so you'd really have to jack up that tunnel bag for it to sit properly. So anyway, gotta get on the road here, doing a breakfast meet this morning, and I'm already late. As is typical. I'm gonna need gas in this thing. So I edited and posted my cruise control fail video last night. I've gotten a couple of interesting responses. People are thinking that maybe it's electrical add-ons or brake sensitivity issues, whatever. I would tend to agree, but I don't have any electrical add-ons on this thing. The only thing is, you know, this sitting up here, and that is on a the USB-C that's built into the bike, coming off of the under seat port. So it's definitely not an electrical thing, or at least an add-on electrical thing. The other issue with the brakes, I thought about that too. I mentioned that in the video. You know, maybe if my foot is resting on that brake lever on the rear, maybe that could be causing it while in motion. But that wouldn't cause the system to turn off. It would cause the cruise to disengage if you were running on cruise. But for main system enable, it's just shutting itself off and it won't turn back on. So there's got to be some other glitch going on. And you know, that coupled with the fact that I was sitting still when it turned itself off the other day. I was sitting at that light commenting on, hey, I don't have any other complaints about the Rebel, and then it goes and proves me wrong. Oh well. So I definitely need to do a warranty claim on that, figure out what's going on. I'm sure that I will be without the bike for several days. God, I hope not more than like a week or 2 weeks or whatever. They'll have to properly diagnose that, and of course it's not going to do it when they're looking at it, so it's going to be one of those things that you just have to catch when it happens, and they might have to pull diagnostic codes off of the ECU or something like that. Hey, nice signal, dude. Good job. Alright, well, I'm getting tired of waiting, so here we go. Yeah, so anyway, I mean, my videos are obviously concrete proof of what's going on, because I've caught it on video at least 3 times, I guess. I know 2 times for sure, maybe 3 times. I've caught it on video, so it's got to be a speed sensor issue. I'm thinking one of the wheel sensors, or maybe the IMU on the bike. We don't get a full IMU with lean sensitive traction control and braking and all that stuff like the Africa Twin has. This one's just got a more basic iteration of that, but it could be something with the IMU freaking out. What I'm thinking is happening is either a wheel speed sensor, could be front or rear, or the IMU is misbehaving. Because, and the reason I say that, because a couple days ago, I don't think I caught it on video. I was coming home on this stretch. I was at the lights up here at whatever, Highland Knolls or whatever it is, and I was front up at the light, and I just got off the line smooth, you know, briskly but not hard. I mean, maybe a quarter throttle. I wasn't really cranking it, and the traction control lit and shut the ignition down, shut the throttle down. I was like, what? I mean, I wasn't on any slippery oil, nothing. I mean, it was dry pavement, so the traction control misread the bike's parameters and shut down the throttle for no reason at all. So I'm wondering if that's not you know, kind of a precursor to what's going on here, or some type of contributing factor. So I don't know, we'll find out. I'll call around and try to get an appointment for this thing somewhere, because I want that cruise control fixed before my touring starts. I'm not really sure how long it'll take them to fix it, but hopefully it's not too long. I don't know if you saw how fast that guy just passed me on the right. He came flying up behind me at about 60 and shagged over. I looked, he wasn't there. I looked again, he was there. I moved my mirrors to the up position. I don't know. I'm going to try it out that way for a little while, see if I like it better. It gives a slightly better view without having to look down another 3 inches or whatever. So, I don't know. It's not bad. I like the look of them on the low side better, but I might end up putting them back low after a while. See how this works out for me. Okay, so I was sitting here still with my foot on the rear brake a couple days ago when that cruise control decided to sign off. Sayonara. I don't know, maybe if my foot isn't real heavy on it, if I'm just kind of on off the switch, maybe that was causing it. I don't know. Regardless of what caused it, that's a glitch that needs to be resolved, because that's just a normal operating condition. I wasn't doing anything harsh or unusual with the bike at all. So I think I'm going to put in my order today with WeBike Japan. Oh, those guys ran the light hard. I know that guy did for sure, because these people were already coming. I'm going to put in my order with WeBike Japan for the Kijima handlebars that are up a ½ inch, back about 2 inches. So I think that'll give me a lot better feel on this bike. And then there are a couple of new windscreens that I saw. There's another Daytona like this, but it's taller and wider. Apparently they got enough requests or complaints or whatever that this aero visor was not sufficient. So they made a larger one, so that's cool. Oh, come on in. At least he's polite enough to signal. So the cruise hasn't disengaged itself yet. We'll see how it fares. Rebel Canuck sent me a note. He's a good follower of mine. He's always watching the videos and commenting. Good guy. He's up in Canada, and he's got Rebel 1100 DCT as well. I believe it's a DCT. I think so. Anyway, he was commenting saying there's no way that he could ride for any distance at all without the cruise. Yeah, I hear you, man. Once you've got it, it's just such a luxury, man. Living without it's hard. That's why on most of my bikes I put that little Go Cruise throttle lock on there to give me a way to relax my hand. So I've got nerve and circulation issues in my shoulders, neck, whatever it is. I've never had it diagnosed properly, but I know that it's a hereditary thing, because my dad mentioned in his later years that he had it too, and that's why he stopped riding. He stopped riding probably in his, I don't know, mid-60s, something like that, because his hands are always going numb. He couldn't deal with it anymore. And I've had that problem since I was in my 20s, but I just attributed it to motocross and supercross damage and everything else. But anyway, having my arms out in front of me like this, even in a car holding the steering wheel, my hands will start burning and go to sleep within just a couple of minutes. So I don't know if you've ever noticed in my videos, but I'm always, switching my hand position, and especially with the throttle side, because you're gripping something. I don't have a death grip. I'm usually just barely holding it with a couple of fingers. But I have to release my hand every now and then and get some blood flow back in here and drop it down to my knees for a few seconds. And, yeah, so anyway, having the cruise control is a big deal. Uh-oh. Somebody got busted. Paying the po-po, buying a little piece of the city. Thank you for your contribution, sir. Thank you to the officer for doing a good job. Thanks to the citizen for donating to the city fund. I'll do quick blasts, you know, I'll rip ass for a few seconds or whatever, but I don't maintain crazy speeds out on the highway. You know, I'll do it to affect a pass or something, that's about it. So many of these monkeys, especially people in trucks. God, what is it with people in trucks? They just haul balls. I'm talking 90 plus everywhere. Tailgating, bumper biting, ass munching monkeys. God, they drive me nuts. Just hyper aggressive for no damn reason at all. Anyway, that's another rant entirely, but it's usually trucks and SUVs that you see pulled over out here, because they are just hauling balls, man. I mean, I get running 10 over, maybe 15 over on the highway, sure, whatever, following the flow of traffic, but no, these monkeys are running 25 to 30 faster than the rest of traffic and threading lanes and, you know, just being douchebags. Dangerous douchebags. There have been a lot of constables out here patrolling the HOV lane. It's shooting fish in a barrel because you can't really hide in traffic like you can in the main lanes. So it's funny, the HOV will be running 70, 75 average, but you'll end up with the main lanes out there running 10 to 15 faster, and they've got somebody pulled over in the HOV. Why don't you go get those guys? Because they're a much bigger threat, you know? Flat tire. Cruise control hasn't given up, so let's set it. Hey, it worked. Yeah, I really don't know what's causing that glitch. That's annoying. Hopefully it's just a sensor that can be replaced, or, you know, like I say, a firmware bug. Back to my point earlier as I was leaving my neighborhood, it has to be a combination of both. Whatever is causing it to glitch out is a normal operating condition, save whatever that sensor issue might be. But they obviously need to rework the software a little bit to work around that bug. Oh, I missed my exit. I should have gotten off back there. Oh well. No, I have to circle around. No problem. I keep forgetting I'm not going to the old location. I got to go to the one on Bunker Hill. So the only way to get to Bunker Hill is to exit there and sit in this nonsense. So I typically go around in. And 99% of the time, this backup right here is not for the through lanes. It's all because of the exit lanes for Beltway 8. Everybody stacks up and they don't get over into that lane when they should, and they cause a huge backup because they want to go from far left to far right at the very last second. I smell food. What is that? Whoa, I don't know where that was. That smelled good. It smelled like bacon and butter and I don't know what else. Woo! iFLY is closed down or just limited running hours or what. It's a shame if they've gone out of business, because that's such a unique place. There's really not another business that could move in there, you know, unless they want to take over that entire operation of doing the flying bit. I've gone there a couple times, and I do have some gift vouchers that I bought for a lot of very expensive flying time, like, I don't know, half an hour's worth, which is a ton of money. This is like $700 worth of flight time. So I hope they're not totally out of business. Another YouTube viewer left me a note, I think it was this morning, talking about with his CB500X DCT, he was having trouble with his bike while it's in gear, trying to roll it backwards. He gets a lot of resistance, and maybe even when he's sitting still, the bike is trying to pull forward. That would definitely be a problem, because my bike is totally disengaged. I can roll forward, back, whatever, while I'm in gear. It's only when I hit the throttle does it pull. So I would think that he's got a throttle misalignment or something that's always keeping the clutch slightly engaged, or perhaps he's, you know, hitting the throttle a little bit when he doesn't realize it. So I don't know. Anyway, that's an interesting situation. If anybody else has run into that with their DCT, let me know, because mine, when I'm sitting still off the throttle, it doesn't pull, it doesn't do anything. I can roll forward, back, no problem. Anywho, I am here. I'm hungry. Well, try not to eat. Like I mentioned the other day, I'm doing the 1 meal a day thing, and my set time is around 1 p.m. So I don't know. I might just have coffee and hang out this morning. We'll see. I'll catch you all later. Okay, well, breakfast is done. Didn't eat anything, just had some coffee. Sat and chatted with the boys for a little while. And now it's off to the warehouse. I'll probably do a bike swap today. Bring the CB500X home. I got a new rear fender eliminator wheel hugger slash chain guard for it, and it's a GV. I searched around, and Pyramid Plastics was the one I was going to get, but they're out of the UK, and I'm sure shipping was going to get a little pricey. So I found a deal on Twisted Throttle via eBay. They had the GV wheel hugger for, I don't remember what it was. It was pretty cheap, 129 or 134 or something like that, free shipping, so that was a bonus. It's cheaper than that, what was it, the Puig unit that I had, and the plastic on this GV unit is it's a thermoplastic of some kind. I don't know if it's ABS or what, but it's more flexible and not nearly as brittle as that Puig unit, so I don't think it's going to have the problem of vibration fractures. So we'll see how it plays. But anyway, I need to put that on there and start riding that bike a little bit. I haven't been using it much lately, so about time to get it on the road. I need to do the valve maintenance on that bike. It's I can't remember, 17,000 or so now, and I haven't done the valve maintenance since 8, I think. Maybe I did it at 12, I can't recall. Anyway, I think it's every either 4 or 8,000 miles. I want to say it's 8,000 miles on that bike, so it would have been due again at 16, I believe. It's still running fine, so chances are there's nothing that's out of spec on it, but you know, still need to check it. When I take it home, I'm going to put the SurePack's trailer mounts on the rear axle, so I can hook up that trailer on there. I bet that thing will be great on the CB500X, because that bike's heavy enough and has enough power. doubt that I'm even going to feel that trailer back there at all. Little Super Cub was struggling a little bit, mainly because we had him overloaded for that long, month-long trip. But the relative weight difference, 80 some odd, almost 100 pounds worth of trailer behind a 260 pound bike. that's a pretty significant ratio there. With the CB500X, it's 415 pounds, I guess, something in that ballpark. So going to be a lot less of a discrepancy there. While I've got the 500X home, I might also put my other Coffman Shorty on there, the one that I originally put on this. It's been sitting in a bag, or a box rather, in my garage, so I might swap out the original exhaust and put that Shorty on there. I kind of like the quiet exhaust, the factory exhaust, because I commute and tour with that bike, so I don't know if I want it to be much louder, but I don't know, I'll see. I really enjoy it on the 500F, but I don't ride my 500F anymore because my son uses it as his daily now. So the 500F has been turned over to my boy. He's using that as his daily rider, and he's already put, oh man, probably 5,000-6,000 miles on it in the last few months, couple months, I don't know. He's riding the hell out of that thing. It's good. I think it's up to 16K now. We need to get the valves done on it too, so I'll probably just make a weekend of it. Unfortunately, on the 500 series, you got to pull the tank and all the other ancillary crap off the top end of the bike to get to the valve covers, so it's a little more involved. So I'll do my 500X first, and then pull his bike apart after it's fresh in my mind. Do his bike a little bit quicker, that way he's not down a bike. I let him ride my other bikes occasionally. He's ridden this one around a few times, and he takes the Ducati Monster 1100 out occasionally, but I don't like him riding those bikes full time because, he's 17, almost 18, and we know how teenage boys are. Lead-footed, lead-wristed, hauling ass everywhere. Put him on that powerful and fast of a bike, and he's bound to get himself in trouble. Trouble can be dealt with. Injuries, not so much. Don't want him getting hurt. So if I have to be the buzzkill and say, no, you can't ride this daily, then if that bothers him or if that makes me the bad guy, fine, I'll be the bad guy. As long as he's upright and in one piece and healthy, I'm happy. Hell, I remember borrowing my dad's Goldwing Interstate when I was 16, 17, riding that thing around, and man, I hooned around on that big ass bike all the time. I was pulling wheelies on that damn thing. Okay, well, I have arrived. So there's a bunch of trash all over the place today. Get out here and sweep this up. Alrighty, well, I'll try to catch you all for my return commute home this afternoon. I'm going to do a bunch more rearranging of the deck chairs on the Titanic here in the warehouse, moving the bikes around, trying to get stuff consolidated and get the old stuff out, make more room for new projects. Eventually, I want to turn this into my man cave for YouTube videos and bike maintenance and bigger projects. Do some welding and shop stuff in here, but right now it's just a giant storage unit. So anywho, I'll catch you all this afternoon.